Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Friday Night Dice. My name is Matt, and I'm the Dungeon Master here, and welcome to our Tuesday night campaign called the Castaways. How's everyone doing tonight?
Fabulous.
Amazing.
You know, above ground.
One way to look at it.
Unlike Uthal.
I mean, he's
there
still
you go.
above ground, just not
At
living.
least that we know.
He's deep in that pyramid, though.
Yeah,
He's...
we never.
You guys brought the
Oh,
body
that's
out.
right. You took his body.
I dragged him.
Did you grab the head and the body, or just the body?
The sea level.
I did not specify a head. We'll see.
Oh, okay. Sick. You could just, like, find some cleric and cast Speak with Dead and just torture him over the next 90 years.
Yeah, but it wouldn't really be him, though.
Listen, I gotta use that gold somehow. True resurrection, baby.
True resurrection, oh god. Just so you can kill him again at a higher level and...
No,
That
so I
would
can
be-
bring him back at a higher level and forgive him, and then to see what he does.
Oh, lord.
That'd be weird.
That would be weird. Oh.
But, like, what are you gonna do? There's an even buffer dude sitting behind you. Or standing in front of you than the one that killed you.
I don't know if he'd necessarily be... Well, I guess it depends on what level. If he's got 20 strength by then.
Yeah, you tell me Kothar is not gonna have 20 some odd plus strength.
Depends on when you guys true resurrect him. I mean, you have enough gold to do it now.
Big lizard man. Yeah, but not the capabilities.
No. I don't know. Do druids get
Gold.
true resurrection?
Mhm.
I don't know.
I know that.
Who are we resurrecting?
Everybody.
Uthal, the dude I just killed. True resurrection.
Oh,
Yeah.
in order to torture him?
Forgive him. No, forgive him.
Oh, interesting.
I don't know.
Forgiveness isn't in
I'm
the
fucking
cards.
around.
Totally not.
How are you, Matt?
I'm-
I'm ready to roll.
What did you say? Oh,
I
yeah.
said I'm ready to roll.
That was an
Stream.
awful fun.
In the last session after we went offline, these guys begged me for a level up. And I caved.
You caved.
Hey!
So-
we need
Thank
to
you,
roll.
Matt.
Without further ado, you guys may now increase to level 6 and roll your health.
Excellent.
So we'll stop at the top. Start us off, Kidai.
1 second.
I'm sorry for the delay.
Ooh.
Hey, no worries.
After the fiasco last night, I realized that I needed to make sure my daughter felt loved when she went to bed. Otherwise, she would never sleep
Aw.
again.
Oh my god.
Aw.
Jesus.
That was a
Her
yucky,
feel
yucky
loved
too.
All the time.
Hey, number
Just
2, you say?
perfect.
Yes.
Unfortunate.
Unfortunate.
All right, Fane.
You guys are muted.
Do I roll the Father's Day dice? Do I roll the critical roll dice, or do I roll the digital dice?
Father's Day.
Avoid
Oh,
digital at all
nice.
cost.
You've got
The
somebody to
digital-
blame right next to you if it fails.
The digital dice did not do me wrong, but the Father's Day dice did get the natural 20 on that deception check last night.
That's true.
So
That's not the right dice.
that's a D10, baby. It's just a percentile. That's a fucking 10.
Ooh,
That's a fucking 10.
There you have it.
Father's Day, baby.
there you go.
I love
Alright.
how Emma just immediately looks angry that it's not her with on that dice.
Zamira, go ahead.
Hold on. Let somebody else go. I have to get my real dice.
Okay, Akari. Saving the
Oh,
best
sure.
for last.
Not going for left or right, huh? 8? That's
8.
respectable.
Nice. All right, Kothar, she's still grabbing her dice. Let's see it.
Bless me with big rolls, baby. Oh, my dream. Rip the dream.
Oh,
3.
sad day.
I gotta take it back. Emma just pointed out that it's a 1, not a 10. So I
Because
need
he
to...
rolled the percentile, and so it actually said 10, which on a
Oh.
D10 would have been the 1.
Oh no!
But we
That's why
reroll
I was
ones.
looking at it. Yeah.
We reroll
That's
ones
why I
every
was
three.
looking at it crazy, because I was thinking.
It turns into an 8.
It did.
Not bad.
I can attest to that. So.
Okay.
Same
Yeah.
hat, fame. Same hat.
Yeah, nice.
All right, Zamira.
I'm gonna use ruse dice
Okay.
because they're very lucky. Oh, not tonight. That's a 4.
That's not. I mean, that's average.
Middle of the road.
Yeah, that's not
middle of
bad.
the road. But you have a D10.
She's a D8.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's middle ground. You're good. It's still
You're
fixed.
better than I
Fixed
did.
HP.
Mm-hmm.
No, fixed is 5 on a D8.
Oh, that's right.
Ooh,
Mhm.
So you always fucking do that.
feels bad, man.
Anyhow.
I mean, I have a +3 to Constitution, so it still ended up being +7 to what it was.
Plus 12 for me.
+8 to me.
I wish I had gotten the plus 10, so it was 69 like Kothar, but
So, let's jump into tonight's session.
No matter what I do, I can't make it to 69, unfortunately.
damn it. Sorry, Matt, go ahead.
So, last we left off, we watched as the group known as the Castaways continued their descent into the pyramid, chasing after Uthal and hoping to rescue their friend Andraxis. As they made their way through the puzzles, the traps, the riddles. Oh, the riddles. They came across a small grove where the vines began to intertwine and grow through the stonework. You found, Kidai, a small, almost intertwining vines of a chess piece. You felt a breeze, a warm breeze, a breath of fresh air pushing you towards it. You eventually found it, picked it up, and it came to be known as Maeve's Grace. A chess piece that, as far as you can tell, is some sort of connection to Maeve and has created the grove around this chess piece here in this temple, or in this pyramid. As you guys descend, chasing even farther after Uthal, you found him with a small Paraxi woman prying at this massive, glowing, white, pearlescent orb. As you guys ensued the fight, Uthal, using his Eldritch Blast, his control of the water, and various different techniques to almost control the battlefield, throwing Uakare constantly off the cliff face.
Asshole.
But eventually they got the orb loose, just before Fane was able to slay the Paraxi woman. Not long after, Kothar, you were able to slay Uthal, but not before he was able to toss the orb to Andraxis, who stood up, grabbed the orb, and thunderstepped out of this cavernous temple. Fight ensued as the orb passed through the archway. The defense mechanisms of this temple began to activate, the temple quickly sinking into the waters. As the rooms around you began to fill and the waters from above began to pour down from the steps, you guys quickly made your way out, chasing after Andraxis with as much speed as you could. Fane, taking a bit of a shortcut and cutting through the blown open doors of the grates in the massive waterfall room, you chased after him, eventually catching him barely on the outskirts, just on the outside of the pyramid. Kothar bringing up the rear, tossing javelins, and Fane firing arrows at every way. Eventually, you guys, with a combined effort from all of you and a well-placed lightning storm from Kidai, were able to set most of his ships ablaze. As he dropped the orb into the water, Kothar, you dove down, grabbed it, and the 5 of you made your escape with Kidai's help from the thunderstorm on a
Made your escape?
small boat. We now find you guys rounding the outside of the lagoon after just escaping the hellhole you've found yourself in.
I just want to say that as I thought about it after the session, and the imagery of like Fane like flying up through the waterfalls and then chasing after, and then the aerial fight, so sexy.
I liked it.
Who is holding the orb?
You are, I believe. If Kothar, I believe you gave it to her at the end of last session.
Yeah, that's easy enough to believe. I don't remember if I did, but I probably would have.
Yeah, I couldn't. We kept like changing what was happening because everything was happening so fast. I wanted to verify that. Want to look at Kidai. Remind me not to piss you off.
Didn't know I had it in me, I guess.
Clearly, whatever it was, there was quite a bit of it in you. But
It's kind of fun.
I think we all owe you a great debt.
Remind me real quick. Is one ship burnt, or did she manage to wrap 2 in the radius?
She got 2.
Okay.
And
that's what I
the
thought.
fire was like spreading across all of them.
Fire
There's
is scary.
Yes, horrifying.
Mhm.
Can I ask a quick question, DM?
Yes.
Would I have been able to, on my way back, find any of my Jurassic javelins? Or are they gone for all eternity?
They are gone.
Well, that's a big fucking rip for me.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm imagining you like threw one off the pyramid and then it just like sailed into the water because you
That's
threw it
fair.
that far.
Yeah, I mean, the ones that hit him, he ripped out and they sank into the water, and you were diving after the orb and chasing after him and not worrying about javelins. So unfortunately,
We will
they-
kill
No, yeah,
another
no,
night
I
lizard.
know. It
It'll
was
be
it was
fine.
an afterthought I just had.
could always make more.
Next
I
up,
know.
tiefling javelins.
Oh God.
Thane is, speak of tieflings, Thane is sort of set, kind of standing on the, whatever direction would need to be, sort of sitting on the edge of the boat, kind of looking back towards the lagoon a little sulkily.
You can see the plumes of smoke rising out of the lagoon just on the horizon.
Sorry, mute button problems. After, depending on what the course of the conversation is, after a few minutes, he'll probably take off and start kind of loping up, just staying low, but kind of like flying around a little bit, kind of doing like low circles and peeking back towards the lagoon. And then after maybe 10 minutes of this, he'll return to the ship, sort of sit down.
Sure.
Uh,
Zamira. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
no, I was just very quickly, very quickly. Are we heading east or west?
You guys are heading west currently.
Okay, that's what I wanted to do. So
Zamira, what are you doing with this orb currently? Are you just holding it out? Have you put it away?
Well, I was just about to get to that.
Okay, go for it.
I would have found a piece of cloth and wrapped it up very securely in it, but I think once I realized that we weren't in exactly imminent danger, that I think my curiosity would get the better of me and I would want to peek at it. Maybe not pull it out completely, but like a little kid who's trying to sneak candy, like just kind of peeking at it.
Sure.
See what it's about.
Are you trying to do this? I mean, I don't know any reason why you would,
Not
but you tell me.
No, not sneakily from the party. More like I'm scared to have it out in the open. I'm almost scared to touch it because I don't really know what to expect from it. I don't know how powerful it is. Like I'm almost fearful of it.
Bakari, roll a history check for me.
18.
15, you said?
18.
18. Okay, perfect.
Perfecto.
You start to... There's almost something that clicks in your mind as she's messing around with that orb, and you remember a day when a band of pirates, a band of thieves ransacked your village. When you and your fellow members of the Vanoray tracked them down to the edges of the shore on the opposite side of the Frosty Mountains, you remember overhearing them talk about such an orb.
Sure did. I'll kind of mosey over. Not trying to be quiet. I'm assuming everybody can hear me.
Well, I'm pretty sure we're on like a 6x5 boat.
Yeah, it's not a big boat.
It is 20 feet wide and 70 feet long. You
And
want the
I'll
exact height?
kind of
It's a big boat.
Oh,
yeah. I'll motion Kothar over
It
as
is-
well
It is a cargo boat.
I know that he's got a little bit
It's not a
more-
deep sea vessel. But it's not a.
A dinghy.
Yeah, it's not a dinghy, but it definitely will not survive on the open ocean.
I'll motion Kothar over as well because I know he's got naval history.
I'll make sure
Yeah.
this ship's set and on a course before I do that,
Sure,
so it
you
doesn't
like
look
you
like
take
it's gonna.
your you take your axe and just kind of wedge it in the wheel, so you guys are just
Yeah.
constantly going in one direction.
Yeah, and I've made sure that the rigging's all good, so we're
Yeah.
fine. Come to now that I've actually seen it, I remember a while back, before my tribe was decimated, we were, I guess, attacked by bandits. I managed to follow them to shore after my tribe, a lot of the Aonore, and I. We harassed them until they managed to get to shore, and I got close enough to overhear conversation. They sailed away on the Sanguine Rift. That's the name of the boat that I could make out. But they were talking about one such orb.
Do you know if it was this one in particular? Because
DM, I amongst all the boats in the harbor, I didn't recognize the Sanguine Rift as amongst them, did I?
You did not.
I don't think so.
I know. Well, I don't. That's a strong statement. The scroll that I found that led me on this. Well, it didn't even lead me to this journey, but I was sent on this journey because of the scroll that I found. But it spoke of 4. This was the only one that I had lead on where it might be. The other 3, I have no idea, or even if there are 3. Or I mean, I didn't know that if these even existed, but this one's here, so it stands to reason that at least 3 of the other ones would be.
DM, you'll have to help me out, because I guess my notes aren't as thorough as they ought to be. I think all I caught was the boat's name. I didn't catch them talking about a destination.
You did not catch them talking about a destination, but
Okay.
at the mention of her saying 3 orbs, you remember the statue of that elven-like woman with the long pointy ears and the long flowing hair that was in the Micaiah. And in the chest of that statue, there were 3 indents where an orb, roughly the size of this, could fit.
There were only 3 other indents? There wasn't room for 4 orbs in total?
Only room for 3.
I will share that. That there's a statue in the Micaiah, which I refer to as a presence, but was a location as well. The name and the location were one and the same to my people, and it was what we centered everything around. And I suppose if we make our way back there, I don't know. Gather the 3, then you're granted the 4th. Hard to know.
I don't even know. All I know is I read of untold power that someone would possess if they possessed all 4 of these, which is why my order decided that we had to secure them so that they wouldn't fall into the wrong hands. It was a power too great to have out in the world. And as an order who's devoted our lives to the secrets of all the dragons of the world and the study of dragons for our whole lives, it seemed only fitting that it would befall to us, I suppose. I'm just very much at a loss for words here. Half of me didn't believe that any of this was real. I thought it was a fool's errand. I didn't want to come. I wasn't prepared for this.
Zamir, what was the name of your order?
The Keeper of the Scales.
It's a dope name.
Well, with how much the Micaiah is connected to Maeve, it seems. I think we'll find answers at her grove and where Kita wants to go. Maybe we'll find out more about these orbs. They seem connected.
I've been too hesitant to ask anyone about them because I don't know who to trust about them. I don't know who has information and who doesn't, and I'm not sure I want to alert anyone to their presence who doesn't already know about their presence. It could put an unwanted target on our backs, more so than we already have.
Well, if the Micaiah is Maeve, or a friend of Maeve, there's reason to believe she already knows. Something like that would be shared knowledge amongst.
But it's quite
Whatever
a risk,
they are.
especially walking in there with the orb itself.
I don't think we can do
Absolutely.
anything with the orb except for keep it on us. And Draxus will hunt it.
I've read many stories over history of good people coming into the presence of great power and changing who they are for want of power. And we don't even know what this thing does. We don't know if it possesses any power on its own, or if it needs the rest of the set, I suppose, to become powerful. And at that, I want to take it out and like have the cloth between my hand and it, but kind of hold it up and look at it.
Looking at it, it is roughly a foot in radius, so it's pretty sizable. And down the center, it is like a ever-shifting storm in the center of it.
2 feet in diameter.
No, 1 foot.
Oh, you said a foot in radius.
Sorry, 1 foot.
14-foot wingspan.
It is basically 1 foot all the way around, but it is a sphere. There's like an ever-shifting ice storm on the inside of it almost, and down the center is like a yellow sliver with a small black line through the center, almost as if you're staring at a dragon's eye.
That's
Sick.
dope. That's hot.
That's dope.
Terrifying.
Does the eye move? Is this like an Eye of Sauron thing where it's fucking watching you?
Nope, doesn't move.
This is Eltroy's peeping glass.
No, it does not move.
Kita, do you want to do the thing? See if it.
I can certainly try, and I will identify.
Please use caution. I don't want anyone getting hurt over this. I don't know what it would do.
About 10
Nothing can
minutes.
hurt
I will
Kita.
identify with caution.
About 10 minutes goes by, and the only thing that comes back to you is the Orb of Asambra.
Is that in?
Nope, not anywhere
Figured.
because it doesn't technically do anything for you at this moment.
Okay. I would mention the name.
But once we get all the Dragon Balls.
It feels like it's looking at me. It doesn't move. I think no matter what, we should cover it.
I mean, I agree. It feels unnerving that it's gotta stare at me.
Both are roll
And I have
a
it.
history check for me.
Okay. If this is related to the boat, I was about to ask, but
It is.
if it's not. Okay. I was about to ask, did I recognize the name of the boat and what was it? Because I accidentally forgot to write it down.
Sanguine Rift.
Sanguine Rift.
I'm not gonna spell that bullshit.
It's
Sanguine.
linguini, but with an S.
The gods
my
giveth, and then the gods smite me for saying I'm not gonna write the boat name down.
Natural one.
For a total of 1.
You've never heard of the boat before.
Yeah, sir. It's been a while since I've been on the sea.
It's been a while.
Been a while.
That's the name of the boat we're on right now?
No, that's the name of the
No.
boat. That
That's the name of the boat where they were talking about an orb that my tribe, the hunters of my tribe and me had tracked and basically harassed all the way to the shore, leaving many of them dead. I did want to ask a really silly question because I know they're pirates and they're all seafaring people. Is their dress distinctive from so far what we've seen of, I forget other dude's name.
the pirates that you fought were much differently dressed than the ones you saw here. They were more, not necessarily uniformed, but they were much more lavishly dressed.
Yeah, certainly organized in some form.
Yeah.
Okay. That's pretty much all I got. I don't think I can really have any more.
Ian, what would the name on this vessel be?
Looking it over, doesn't seem like it has one.
Perfect.
The mom.
We should name it. We have to name it. It's bad luck to sail in an unnamed ship, I think.
I mean, you're not wrong. It's
The
not
orbs of
normally.
betrayal.
I mean,
bearer of bad news.
That's
That's
No,
it.
Canon
That's done.
now, then.
Sorry, Kothar. You had an idea, but
fair.
I will use whatever I can to scratch that on to the back of the boat, but upside down, like I'm hanging off the back of the boat. So there are a couple letters that might be backwards, because it's a little confusing.
You could like burn it in with the flame tongue blade.
Queso Blade.
Oh my god, wood carving cheese knife.
Oh my god, it's not.
I love it. It's perfect. That is exactly what I'll do.
I hate myself.
Kothar will get halfway through debating, telling his very emotional story about what he wants to name the boat, and we'll look up to see Kedai having the most fun it looks like she's ever had burning the name of the boat in the back, and just kind of let it go.
I'll look back as he's watching. Did you have an idea too?
No.
I can put it under mine in smaller letters.
No, it's alright.
Hey, I put it on the front. I'd have two
Save
names.
it for the real boat when we're out of here.
That's a good idea. That's fair. That's fair.
Names don't go on the front of boats.
Or should I say captain?
Not yet, they don't.
Terrifying. Westward.
So eventually, after a couple hours of travel, you come. It depends. How far do you want to go? Where are you stopping to bank this boat? Because if you look, Singara's about. I mean, you'd have to go all the way around.
I was about
Yeah.
to look.
You'd have to go all the way around the southern tip of this island and then come back up to be closer to Singara, or you could dock and then just make a V line straight up to it.
Looking at the map and the speed of our vessel and all of that, do I get a rough idea how long it would take to get closer to Singara?
If you wanted to sail around the southern tip, it's probably going to take you guys the rest of the day. Or you could dock here and spend the rest of the day traveling to Singara.
I will present both options to the group.
Question: Does
a maiden voyage.
Kothar's elk ability
I'm
apply
taking
to...
that into account.
It applies to boats as well?
Applies to travel.
It applies whether mounted or not, and I said I'd leave mounted up to you. But
So-
I do have proficiency in water vehicles.
So the reason I'm doing it is because he has proficiency in water vehicles.
Okay,
And I'm
I
up with
love
the
that.
freaking because Strad and Thad taught me.
So it affects it. It does not double it. It does make it faster. And for you guys to double it, Kothar will have to actually train, or all of you will have to take up, like an apprenticeship under someone and get proficiency in water vehicles, which is
Can I
possible to
just,
do
like,
if you guys
hang-
spend enough time on it.
Can I hang off the back of the boat and just kick my legs really fast?
You can try. You're gonna be just hanging and kicking in the air.
Bravo.
It's fine. I mean, I'm kind of the right mind that we get a little closer to Singara, put a little distance between us and the fleet.
Mhm.
I imagine we can find a kind of small alcove to kind of park and worry a little bit less about people being on our tails.
Akari, did you hunter's mark him before he fled?
Couldn't
Unfortunate.
get close enough.
I was hoping we would know his whereabouts. I would hate to walk into an ambush.
Well, I was thinking it's a maiden voyage. Let's make it a voyage.
So where exactly?
Oh, closer. It'll take the rest of the day, but we'll have
yes,
distance.
I was speaking my hesitance on returning to Sangara.
I can agree. I'm a little hesitant myself, but if we go back and there's no friends there, I don't know what the hell we're gonna do.
Yeah.
I think after we speak with Gam and see if there's anything else, I don't know,
Do you think
make
it
this trip to the
wise?
Grove or...
Should we? I don't really want to let the orb out of my sight, but I don't. If it's not friendly there, I don't want to willingly walk in with it. Should we find a place to hide it?
Do you not have a backpack?
I'm more meant I didn't want to walk in with it on my person.
Oh, it's not leaving us, I don't think.
Yeah, I'd be hesitant to leave it. I think at some point we have to throw our chips into some pot, and I think at this point Sangara is our best bet, because I don't know about you, but I'm definitely not throwing mine in with Tristana.
Well, that's already a given. And even if we wanted to, we've burned that bridge.
I'd like to actually burn that bridge, but yes.
I agree. One bridge at a time, right?
I mean, I think you have the most connection to the orb, Zamira. If you don't feel comfortable taking it in and would like to leave it somewhere, I guess I'll defer to you. But
Well, I don't have any.
Oh,
He doesn't have
staying
any.
with her. All right, we're gonna keep sailing.
Makes sense. Okay.
yeah, I'll go around and I'll start making sure everyone that has not sailed nearly as much as me, or even Akare, who I guess now has a little bit of sailing, I'll make sure that they're all taking a position, doing something to help the boat, at least while we kind of get underway here.
We will wait for them to get back online. Up here, they're here.
Okay.
You have not identified Uthal's blade, by the way.
Yes, I'm aware.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah, I wanna make sure we're going. But
So
thank you. Yes.
I was updating my notes because I definitely forgot to add that to D&D Beyond, so I just did that real quick. So, you guys spend the rest of the day sailing close to shore, ever so slightly. With the help of Kothar and kind of guiding everyone along, just staying maybe, a half mile out so that nothing on the shore can really bother your sailing, but not close enough to the reef to where you have to worry about the jagged underreef, or the jagged rocks underneath. You guys come to the end of the day as the boat slowly sails in and brushes into the shore.
The two things I would have liked to have done there very quickly is I would have liked to, if at some point we got some time, I would have asked Kidai very politely to identify the blade.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. In a heartbeat.
I would have done a quick once-over of the ship, probably giving the wheel to Fane after a brief period of instruction, and with my general understanding of how pirate ships work and cargoes, is there like a pirate cargo hold on this? Is there like a secret spot where we could potentially stash something?
Make an investigation check.
That is a 19.
Mm-hmm.
A 19. Yeah. You eventually do find one. There is so when you're up on the deck, there is a set of stairs that goes up to the helm where the wheel is, and there's a set of stairs that leads down into a small bit of a captain's quarters, which is the only private room on the boat. As you're searching around these captain's quarters, you find a small section of the wall that kind of juts out as you pass through the door, and you look at it and you're like, that wall almost looks a little too thick. Why would they build it like that? And eventually, shifting around and looking at it and having your knowledge of pirate ships, you eventually find a small loose board that you kind of push in, and then a small box pops out. Like it's like probably about 2 feet wide and 2 feet deep, like a box in the wall, essentially.
I'll open it up and see if it. Well, I mean, the space obviously is going to hold the gem. Does it?
Yeah.
I'll point it out to Zamira. I mean, if you don't feel comfortable taking it to Sagara, you might be able to store it in here.
No, I think keeping it on a ship might be worse. I can just bite the bullet if you think we need to trust the people of Sagara. Bring it with us. I don't want to alert anyone that it's with us.
I mean, I don't think well, I can't speak for the tieflings. I mean, Fane would probably have a better kind of pulse on what they would enjoy, but I don't think any of our crew or any of the humans that we've taken from Tristana are going to give 2 looks at a gem like that when we walk in with a chest full of gold the size we have.
I think Fane would have probably been absent for at least a couple hours. Like after sulking for a bit, he would have taken off flying and just kind of done lazy circles and I fucked off like a half mile away and then circled back for a couple hours before rejoining, like pondering.
Okay. If I couldn't have found Fane, I probably would have defaulted to Kedai has a good eye, so I probably would have seen if she could have taken the helm while I searched.
Sure. No
I'll
problem.
certainly try.
Can it be reasonably assumed that we would have garnered a short rest while on the boat?
No, you guys are kind of. I mean, unless you tell me you're not helping with the boat, then you can. But you're helping kind of guide the boat, deal with the rigging, keep it on track. That's not really short rest worthy.
Okay, so there's no way like I could have gotten it on a track and just let them rest for like an hour.
If you took the helm for the hour, then everyone else could have besides you.
Yeah, I'll sacrifice it. I'm good.
You beautiful man, you.
So you guys have pulled up kind of onto a small sandbank here on shore. Are you sleeping on the boat, traveling through the night to Singara? What's the plan?
Sleep on the boat.
Don't we fancy traveling in the evening?
True, but
Depends.
A
Some
little
of you
bit.
beat the fuck up.
I think
Matter of
that is-
fact, I have to state that I'm at 35 HP, and I'm not sure how, except for I think it probably took my level up HP into it.
it
I
takes
think
your
I
con
should be
HP
lower.
into it by default. Actually, no, it takes both your level up into it.
Hmm. So I technically should be lower because we technically haven't leveled up yet, I guess.
Yeah, I'm at 31 after the level up, which means I'm at like 24.
Mhm.
I mean,
He's got to recover himself, and he's got a whole fleet that he's got to figure out how to organize. I don't think resting on the boat as opposed to traveling at night is. He's just as setback as we are, but we are. Well, we have what he wants.
I think we need to consider that Zeltroy hates boats. We aren't exactly hidden.
that's a great question. How hidden are we? Because I would have liked to have tried to find something. Obviously, I'm not going to find cover for a 75-foot boat.
I mean, you guys are on a sandbank here on the southern reaches of the island, and thinking back,
He doesn't ever come hunting this far.
you don't ever see him come this far. Except for he came to the northern side of the island here, but not the southern. He's never been to the. You've never seen him fly anywhere around the southern edges of this island.
That's why the druids are there.
I mean, my 2 cents is I haven't gotten to sleep on the ocean as short as this is for quite some time, so I would appreciate the rest and the comfort.
You guys are bedding down for the night on the
Yeah.
boat. Who's taking watches? Real quick though, Kedai, if you took the time sometime while traveling, which I assume you would have, the blade you identify comes back as crashing waves. You may look it up.
Neato.
Also, I can take first watch. So Amira wouldn't have been able to sleep after finding the orb.
Crashing Waves, a scimitar. This beautifully crafted blade is made of platinum with small runic etchings in it. The hilt of the blade is made of tarnished bronze with a leather wrapping around the shaft. Don't make me say shaft, Matt. Once per long rest, the wielding of this blade may cast Control Water spell. While attuned to this blade, you have access to the Shape Water cantrip. You have a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with this weapon.
That's pretty sick.
That's dope.
Uh,
And not for me.
you could use it, can't you?
I
Can you
have
cast
3
lightning on a
attuned
short sword?
items.
Oh, you're already at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
You'd,
I
you
will.
would have to unattune to like the flame tongue blade in order to take it.
oh, that's right.
That
You've
is
got the
most
piece of blade.
useful. That is most useful to me. And me only.
That blade's
I
gonna last till the end of this
will-
campaign.
Maybe. Just because of the joke.
Probably.
Scimitars can't be considered monk weapons, can they?
If you're a certain type of monk, you.
I think you got to be a
could-
kensei.
Yeah, you got to be a kensei, I think.
Mm.
It had to be your kensei weapon.
Gotcha.
I went for scimitar because it was what most of the party uses as a dex weapon.
We are a dexterous bunch.
I'll take a look and I'll say, Kothar, this is your spoil, I suppose. I think it's up to you where this goes. We could cast it into the sea just as well as anything.
Let's not be so hasty. It's platinum.
I think I've been on the receiving end of this blade one more time that I would have enjoyed to be, but I have to admit, for as much of a bastard as he was, he does have a wonderful taste in a magic item.
You know, I have this blade from my father, but when the time comes, I wouldn't mind putting this one in Andrax's heart.
I think that that'd be kind of fitting. Would you like it then, Fane?
For now, at least.
It's all yours.
I'll take it and attune to it.
Okay.
I'll thank Kothar and I'll say, in the fuss of Andraxis escaping, we forgot to celebrate. I'm sure it must have felt good, but your moment was stolen away.
There's still a sense that accomplishment, you know? Uthal's dead after what, 6, 7 years? I mean, it's an accomplishment in and of itself. I feel like I have the start of my closure, you know? And it feels like you were just robbed of the closure that you just kind of found.
It's funny because there is perhaps I was too quick to settle into a comfortable space. And well, I don't think blind trust gets anyone. Well, I think blind trust can get you killed. And well, I'll leave it there. But yes, I have things to do now, but that doesn't take away from the fact that you brutalized the man who killed your friends, and you did it very nearly on your own. He had more axe carving marks from him than, I don't know, a tree stump. It was meat by the end of it, and that was you who did that. You get to take that and hold on to that.
I'll just glance back at the body. It's been kind of... I would have taken it out of the sun. I don't want it to smell any worse than it's already gonna.
Gonna store it down below deck.
Yeah, thank you. I will start pouring... I guess all of us who would like to partake a couple of the jungle juice that Fane has gifted me.
Ooh. I probably would have had to ditch my 10 jugs of jungle juice when I flew down the cliff.
No, dude, you're built like a Tonka truck. You're fine.
Probably.
I might have been able to keep one, I imagine, but I couldn't carry a Buddha necklace of 10 of them.
Rip. I'll start pouring, and as I do, I'll hand the jug back to you. You kind of spoke about trust and maybe going a little too in with your family, but Fane, after the kind of time that we've spent together, and I know it hasn't been long, I think that's kind of bullshit, you know? I think maybe that's the front you want to put, but I mean, if you can't trust your family, who can you trust? That's not your fault.
No, but I guess I would have considered. I called Andrax's brother. I mean, that was, if not by blood, by bond. And if blood is the only way to know, then, that's one thing, but to consider someone family and to accept that without misgiving, and then to have that reversed, it should not be so.
He had already chosen something over blood, and you went in as an honest man.
Then
He had
he's
already
a liar,
betrayed the family.
and I'm a fool.
No. No, you put stock in people that you immediately realized you cared about. And he had already betrayed every single one of them. Long before you showed up, he just used you. And you're better than him for that. Being duped is to be a mortal.
And
I see no faults with anything you've done.
for what it's worth, Fane, if I might be so bold to speak for everyone else, I think you'll always have family in us at least.
I'll headbutt and say thank you, raise up a little bit of jungle juice, and probably bring out the last of the bottle of rum, of the good stuff, and pass that around as well. Thank you.
Kothar
All of
will,
you.
as soon as Fane turns around, he'll rub his head. Because he's hurt.
Yeah, we haven't discussed the fact that there are actual goat horns on my head.
Headbutt me will get tangled.
There's nobody I'd rather. Oh, that sounds wrong. That way, but okay, none of that. No, we have. We have. Well, we have another person to kill. But he betrayed all of us, and not just me. I will enjoy it, I think, the most, but it belongs to all of us.
We're still on the boat, yes?
Yes.
Kidai is going to partake a little bit more than she would probably approve of in the jungle juice.
For the first time, Akari does partake.
Aw.
What does he feel?
Does he feel anything?
I don't know. Yeah, he's
He
Side
feels
note,
the AOL dial-up sound.
yeah, he's resistant to poison, so
side note,
it's
Fane.
it's probably definitely a strange feeling though, because he's never had anything.
Can he
Alcoholic.
taste?
Sure,
Fane, as a side
whether
note,
or not it's real is
after you
So-
have
Real
attuned
is
to the blade
subjective.
and you begin like swinging it through the air, like as you start swinging through the air, like as the like waves crash up on the shore, the water droplets begin to like gather around the blade, almost as if they're just like floating in the air around it.
I'm aware of its power over water, correct?
Correct.
After drinks are had, and Fane has to try pretty hard to get drunk, so he's probably doing just fine. I will take it and I will draw. I'll use the shape water. I'll try to do this if I can. If I'm not good enough to do this, but I will draw water with the shape water cantrip up onto the boat, and up near the bow, I will shape it into the figure of a tiefling with wings and a giant, like huge tiefling, like bigger than Fane and thicker, and with a massive battle axe in his hands. And I'll just have him posed there at the front of the bow.
Okay. Yeah. You can reasonably do it.
It says simple shapes and animate it at your direction. I figure, like, without not a ton of detail, but
Yeah.
like a strong jawline and like a shorter haircut than Fane, like shorter hair, similar horns, but taller and stockier.
Yeah. Just for clarification, you know it doesn't stay, correct?
It lasts up to an hour.
If you're concentrating on it, I believe. Like you have to physically concentrate on the wall.
I checked just to make sure before I cast it. It's instantaneous and non-concentration. Just a cantrip. Doesn't do anything fancy. Just sort of sits there and swings the axe every now and again.
Sure.
Is that Gandarog? Your father? I can
It's
see
different.
why it.
Go ahead.
I can see why it took a pitched fight to finish him.
He was everything I'm not. He was strong and Kothar, I hate to say this, but I think he could swallow you whole. He was large in life and larger than life.
It's what you are to me.
Thank you, Kari. I'm not sure what to say. I've had fans before, hundreds of them. People would claw at barriers to get to me and just to touch my arm. Hundreds, thousands of people would watch me fight. And I thought that was what it meant, but to hear you say that, Akade, I think it means more than every screaming spectator. To have all of your friendship.
We've risked our lives together multiple times. And each time you've been right up there, in the thick of it. I don't see a drop of fear. You either have none or you hide it well. But your father would be proud.
Thank you, Akade.
Okay, so you guys begin to bed down for the night. Who's taking first watch?
I will.
If anyone.
I'll take it.
And we all know
Alright.
what Akara is doing.
Yeah, the standard.
Yeah, Zamira would have been too on edge and infatuated all at the same time. Curious to sleep.
Each of you go ahead and roll your perception check.
17. Got +5, baby.
24.
Damn.
So the rest of you begin to bed down in the separate corners of this unfurbished ship and lay down for the night. As the two of you stay up, kind of looking over the bow across the lands, you can see the rolling plains in front of you, almost like waves of the sea as the wind blows through them. You can see the bits and pieces of clouds as the sunlight begins to slowly fade into moonlight, as the two moons begin to come out, and you can see them growing ever so closely to that double full moon that you've been looking or keeping track of every night. Counting down the days until you have your window of opportunity to escape this island. as the clouds begin to kind of drift across the sky and a small breeze begins to come through, you can hear the sound and the distance again of the almost roar of a dragon coming from the mountain on the opposite side, but this time it's different. There's something off about it, something that doesn't sound like the normal roar of Zeltroy that you've been so used to over the past few weeks that you've been here. And I should mention,
Sounds like a dragon that got robbed.
I should mention you are the only one that caught this, Zamira. It is very faint, and if you weren't paying attention, you would have almost missed it from the howl of the wind.
Did you hear that, Akari?
What, the trees? Yeah.
Zeltroy sounds
Oh.
angry.
More like dragons.
Distressed.
No.
Can't pinpoint
More like what
if
now?
it's him.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Dragon. It sounded unlike what we've been hearing. Can't quite put my finger on the emotion that it was, but it didn't sound entirely pleased.
Maybe we can hold out hope that it's a rival calling to him.
Or maybe a dragon realizes that we have something of it, be it this orb or all the gold we found.
I do agree with you. I think we should try to wrap whatever business we can in Cigar, and then, for the good of it, not come back until we've found something else, some more answers. Because we're only going to draw danger there.
I keep staring at the sword. I can't decide. Part of me looks at it and it's so magically beautiful, it's enchanting, and the other part is terrifying and unnerving, and I can't decide if it's something very good that has drawn the attention of a lot of evil, or something very evil that is under the guise of something good.
I don't think it matters. I think right now the orb is in your possession and you have a duty.
I suppose that's true.
And when you find out more, you'll have the wisdom to act accordingly.
I didn't even want this duty. I found out about the orbs and I was told to seek them out, but the truth is I've only ever left my order once or twice in my life. I wasn't prepared to leave. I didn't want to leave. And if I had known it was going to lead to all this, I don't know. She told me I was ready, but
I think on that, you and I have a lot in common.
it just seems such a strange thing. I can't quite wrap my head around this or what it could all mean, or even if we'll ever find the other three, if I would spend the rest of my existence in search for other orbs that I have no idea if they still exist or where they even are.
There's been a lot of stuff that's happened that makes me question everything. But I have hope that we'll find maybe not what we're looking for, but what we need to find.
I just want to get back to my order, and back to studying dragon lore in peace, and practicing my skills without fear of a blasted giant dragon in the sky, and savage villagers, or whatever else this island might throw at us.
I think the quiet, the peace in the moments, we'll have some of that, but going back to a normal life for people like you and me, not in the cards.
It's what I fear. just kind of tuck the orb back and put it back in whatever pouch I have for it, I suppose. Shove some gold out of the way for it.
Eventually, you bed down for the night. Is anybody taking second watch?
I'll take second.
I will too.
Okay. So the two of you sit up for the night after Zamira wakes you up, and your watch begins. Perception checks, please.
I'm assuming you want me to keep my 17.
Yes.
18.
26.
Damn.
Damn.
Crap.
Fucking love druids.
Not so bad.
So as you guys begin to walk around the edges of the ship, just kind of looking over the shoreline, you can see that the clouds have begun to dissipate, leaving a open sky. As you look up, you can see it pocketing with the stars as the moonlight shines down, and it almost paints a beautiful picture. And Kidai, as you're watching, a small little star, shooting star, begins to course across the sky. And as it does, you can hear once again a low, almost groan. Sounds of a dragon, but just barely catching on the tails of the wind, almost as if the wind carried the sound from the east. This almost low roar, this low rumble.
While I was paying attention to that, I would close my eyes as tight as I can and make a wish on the shooting star that I could get in contact with Maeve soon.
Okay.
Did Fane see the shooting star?
Yes.
I'm gonna DM you my wish.
Okay.
Not that it matters, but he makes a wish.
Okay.
Forget about the shooting star. I
Oh
cast
no,
it.
I told everybody my wish! No, it's not gonna come true.
Akara, you would have seen the shooting star as well if you have anything you'd like to say about it.
To the group? No.
Ari wants to feel feelings.
Yeah, well
Never
done.
know. Or no, could be something crashing to the planet.
He just wants a heart, like the Tin Man.
That's Akari's dad right there. He just landed.
Oh no, please.
Oh no! We don't make wishes like that here. If we've got the time, DM,
We've always got the time.
we've always got the time. That's what this is for. Kita kind of like nursing the beginnings of a hangover, but like still a little feeling it from the jungle juice.
Huh?
Fane, I can't even begin to express how sorry I am for what happened back there. I know what it feels like to be betrayed by someone that you really put all your trust into. And I recognize a lot of the same patterns of emotion in you that I've been going through, and I'm just terribly sorry.
Who was yours?
Well, mine was the person that made me like this. He was the person that I was supposed to spend the rest of my life with and be happy forever in our little home in the grove, and he got too greedy. He made a deal with some sort of devil, but was too cowardly to do it alone. And that's why I am the way that I am. He snuck it upon me.
He used you like currency.
Well, not necessarily. This particular being that he made the deal with promised him everlasting life and all that stuff that you get promised when you get a curse bestowed upon you if he would kill and consume a small child from our village. But he didn't want to live forever and not have anybody by his side the whole time, so he snuck the blood into my wine week after week after week, and I consumed the same blood as him without knowing it, and that's how I knew that this happened to me. He told me after I started exhibiting symptoms. Do you remember when I flew into that rage and you had to hold me back?
I do.
Let's just say that this person suffered the same fate. No longer exists. All I woke up to was a pile of blood and my bloody hands, and I ran.
How
So
do
now it's
you-
just me.
Well, not just you, but
Not anymore, yeah.
how do you feel? I hate to ask such a broad question, but I can imagine the betrayal, but I imagine you
Rage.
must be dwelling in a bit of darkness.
Absolutely. I mean, I would assume that anybody put through the same circumstances would be in some state of dismay, but it's rage. And unfortunately, it's hunger. It's constant hunger. I can't quell it with food or drink. And so it's just constantly there in the back of my mind and in the pit of my stomach. And this is what he did to me, so he's always with me, unfortunately. I carry him until I can break this curse.
I guess that puts things into perspective. So far, I haven't had a problem I couldn't kill.
It's fun. It's interesting.
I can't imagine Keith. I am sorry.
That's
And I'll
okay.
bring her a big, like, hug, like a side hug. Like, just squeeze her in tight.
A very needed side hug.
You say there is
Side
a devil?
Yes, I'm pretty sure he's well known. Sorry, I'm looking through my notes real quick. The Verdant King. I know I'm not supposed to say his name. But he posed himself as a god and promised all of the wonderful promises.
Well, I don't
King.
know him personally, but I don't know if it will fix anything, but we can kill him too.
I hope to. I certainly do, and I'm not a violent person. But that's the only thing that I know for sure is going to at least semi-cure me. But
Even if it doesn't, it will feel good, I think.
maybe a little.
I'll hand her some jungle juice and I'll say, to exorcising demons.
To exorcising demons. And to making good on righting our wrongs.
To making good on righting our wrongs. And the wrongs of others.
Wrongs of others against us.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
With fiery vengeance and queso.
Fiery vengeance in queso.
Uh-huh.
Cheers.
Cheers. This
I
will
have
be
a
a
new
good...
said every time I go to a Mexican restaurant.
The fiery vengeance usually comes after the queso. Like,
Oh god.
I will just sort of like, I'll let sort of Kidai like rest on the shoulder for as long as she wants to, and then kind of, but just let the thread fade.
99.
All right.
I'm not, I will not ask Kothar his permission, but I will wake him up for third watch.
I was gonna take third anyway.
So
It's just being funny.
Fane comes over and shakes you awake, Kothar.
I imagine Kothar's gotten some great fucking sleep on this rocky ass boat.
Oh, he's probably loving it.
Third watch.
All right, perception check.
21.
Looking over, except for you, instead of looking out over the plains as most of your compatriots did, as you keep your watch, you kind of make rounds around the ship, make your way up to the helm, and just kind of look out over the sea. And begin to take note, we take remembrance of everything that has brought you to this point, from your journey with the Calicos to manning your own ship, Uthal sinking it to the bottom of the sea, and then finding yourself back on this island only to gain vengeance for your fallen comrades. Looking over the sea, you can see there is a bit of wildlife out. You can see there is dolphins kind of jumping through the water in the distance. And then as you're watching, you hear, now less like a grumble, but more like the end of a howl almost, but a dragon's low rumble of a howl. Just kind of carrying through the winds, and you kind of turn back, and it's at that same mountain, that coming from that same mountain that Zeltoria has always set on top of his massive perch. The only island, or the only mountain in the whole island that seems like it's leveled off at the top. It looks like a volcano almost.
I guess I'll just kind of I'll take all that in, and then I guess having like a moment to myself, I'll inspect, I guess, the box that I pulled from the hideaway and just see if there's anything inside of it.
Looking throughout the inside of it, it does not appear as if anything was necessarily stored in here of importance, but there is a small statue. Make a history check for me as you pull out this statue. 2. Fortunate. Looking it over, there is there's something familiar about it, but can't remember what it is at this moment. You're staring at the statue. You know you've seen it somewhere before.
I'll towards the end of third watch, the sun starts to rise over the treetops and the jungle and the plains. I guess I'll nudge Akare, since he's in some state of conscious, not conscious. And I'll show him the statue and just see if it means anything to him. I know you've kind of been around. This look like anything to you?
A little more than I'd like to. Does it look like anything to me?
Looking it over, nothing that you remember comes to mind that you can pinpoint on this statue. There are elements about it that are nautical in nature, but nothing that comes to mind.
I'm afraid not, Kothar. I'll kind of reach out and put a hand on his shoulder, which is basically like reaching up. I'll be like, well, you did it. You must be quite elated.
I mean, yes, but it was always going to be a bittersweet victory.
Yeah, but every night you don't have to parse through that thought now. Do you have anyone else you'd hunt like that? Follow until it was done?
Are you talking about in a vengeance kind of a manner?
1 second.
Someone that I would follow to the end of the... Someone that I would follow after, just to like extract my vengeance. Are you talking, is there anyone that I would follow to the edge because I believed?
Well, yes, but I suppose you've just expanded the question to 2 answers. You walked yourself into that trap.
I don't think there's... I'm gonna take that back. I think, for Fane's sake, for his closure, I think I would follow Andraxis to the end, assuming he would be willing to go.
Hmm.
But in a broader sense, I think at this point, I mean, you briefly mentioned it yesterday, I think, as a passing comment, but it meant a lot to me when you called me Captain. I don't know if it's a title that I've quite deserved, but if it's true, that would make you all my crew. And
It would.
that would mean that I'd be kind of bound to follow you all wherever you go. And if so, that's something that I think I'd be quite honored to do.
Well then, by all means, Captain. You serve us. Serve your crew. We'll serve you.
Oh,
I kind
good.
of have been thinking a lot about the way you followed him in such vengeance and stored it every day. Recounted your lost moment over and over every day. I'll admit I don't have anyone like that I would chase. But I'm
Well then,
terrified at the idea that whatever or whoever I was might have somebody like that looking for me.
I would, I can't speak on having someone follow me like that, but all I can say is, I'd consider yourself lucky. The vengeance, the thought, it's all consuming. I spent years running from the mere idea, the memory of what had occurred, so I'm almost glad to hear you say that you don't have someone like that.
No, I guess I got lucky with a clean slate. I'll just go back to keeping watch so that we can move past this night that has lasted forever.
It's
A
okay.
beautiful hour.
It's not over
Yes. Oh
Matt
my
got
God.
some chores done. He walked away, got some stuff done because he knew we were just gonna keep going.
yet. So, Kothar, as you're sitting there, your guys' watch comes to its last hour. As the sun begins to rise over the mountains to the east, you hear a sound, a thumping sound, almost the sound as if someone was continuously throwing their arms or legs against wood. And you turn around, you notice Kidai is almost having a seizure in her sleep. Kidai, as you laid back down after your watch, sleep took you almost instantaneously. But as the world around you faded to black, you almost woke up, at least you thought you woke up, in a hot sweat, your body covered. And as you look around, you see your friends all lying on the boat, covered in red vines, with spiny thorns of black shooting out of them. You see the ground and the landscape around you has been decimated and deprived of life. Almost a barren landscape. The sea around you has been dried up, and a massive tree with red-like vines and crimson-red leaves on the horizon. You see a man that starts to form out of the vines on the boat and walks towards you. Do you not partake in my gifts? Why do you seek another? Have I not given you all you ever wanted, child?
I think I've partaken quite enough.
No. There is more I have planned for you.
Like what?
In due time. In due time. And in that instant, you can feel the breastplate that you see around you has now those brambles of red and black growing all over them, and it's like shooting pain into your body. Party, as you guys all awaken, you can see this happening. What are you doing?
No, no, it's
I am.
no, who's that?
I will pick Kidai up because she is very tiny and delicate, and I will violently shake like one would a baby.
Oh, so this is so she's.
Wait, do they
laying-
see?
They see you having a seizure, but for you, you have like these red brambles growing across
Okay,
your body.
okay. I thought they woke up and saw everything.
No, no,
I
no,
was
no,
like,
no.
damn.
Okay.
I'm just holding.
scared.
I'm gonna like gently caution Kothar and be like, set her down and just keep her head safe.
Eventually,
Yeah, after the initial panic wears off, I will set her down and I will try to like situate her in a way that she's not going to harm herself, and just kind of with like my general knowledge.
yeah, it's easy enough for
of-
you to do with your healing knowledge. About 5 minutes goes by of this just constant shaking and panicking, and you can see her body's just drenched in sweat, and eventually she
DM
awakes.
real quick. Okay. Because I was going to put my hand on her chest plate and just think in my mind, she needs you.
Okay, but she does awaken. You would have done that, but it didn't seem like there was any response.
It's okay. She's still there.
Kidai?
Just crying, just sobbing. As soon as she hears your voice, her eyes shoot open and like, oh,
Oof.
bye.
Hey, we got 3
Oh.
Kitas now.
It seems
The perfect
I'm not
amount.
sure what the issue is. It just keeps closing out of Discord. It's not an internet thing.
Weird.
Well,
But
I
as soon as
guess,
she hears your voice, she would look up, see you, and like reach to touch your face to make sure everything is, you're not hurt. You just see like panic in her eyes.
the good news is Kothar is very large and huggable.
And as soon as she realizes you guys are okay, that's exactly what happens. Just leaps into your arms.
I imagine that that wasn't pleasant on the other end of that, was it?
You have no idea. I think because of me, you all may be in terrible danger.
Fine with me.
I think we all have brought plenty of danger to each other. I think it's just par for the course.
Well, look at Kira and say, was it your Verdant King?
It was, vines and thorns and blood. It just me at the center of it all, and he says I haven't partaken enough. I don't know what he has planned, but I know I have to stop this. I can't. I have to kill him.
Fuck yeah. Let's do it. Oh shit, my mic wasn't muted.
Hidai, looking over the horizon, make a perception check for me.
Oh no, man, I'm scared. I think that's a 15. Yeah, 15.
It's hard to pinpoint the exact location, but looking at your map, remembering what Freya described to you in the general area of the Yuklevar Grove, that massive red tree with the crimson red leaves, it's coming. You saw it sprouting out of the ground, almost over encompassing that general area.
I think it's leading me in this direction. I don't know what we'll find when we get there. I can't ask you all to come.
No.
And
If
you
anything
guys are coming.
happens,
You can't, but we are. And that's final. We will take care of this together. Hidai.
Okay.
And we will have wonderful queso after the fact.
Absolutely. Celebratory queso. Champagne,
Celebratory
even.
queso. Yes. We'll find champagne.
I want to take out my Asnetheus symbol. Does the tree look similar, but like
So the symbol on your chest
wrong?
is the symbol of Maeve. The symbol of Asnetheus is actually
Yeah, my thing, my
Yeah, so-
necklace.
Yeah, so the symbol of Asnetheus isn't actually a tree. It is a sideways longbow with a stag's head, and the stag's head, instead of horns, they are like vines and
Oh, I
branches
got the
growing
symbols
outwards.
mixed up. I got the symbols mixed up.
Maeve's symbol is the one in
okay.
the tree.
Right. Okay, makes sense. Does it look at all like the bow and the antlers and Maeve's symbol would like fit at all together? I know that sounds stupid, but like, do they make
It's-
sense together?
Hard to judge. They seem like separate entities.
Okay. I will just take the time to ask them both to bless all of my friends to keep us protected.
Roll a religion check for me.
16.
As you try to reach out to either of them, there's almost a sharp pain in the back of your mind, and almost a small glimpse that like flashes in your eyes. And as you're looking at all your friends, instead of seeing your friends for a split second, you see them again from that same horror you just relived, but the vines are growing up and through their bodies, and you just see them sitting there. Almost a quick flash of it, and then you come back to it.
On second thought, I don't think I'm ready yet. I think we need to find Maeve first. I don't think
What?
we should go this way. I think we need to remember it, but please, let's not go this way.
All right. I think Singara then first.
She'll just kind of like nod and curl up in a ball somewhere that she's not needed.
As we sail, I will.
You guys are docked here. I assumed you were walking. to
Yeah,
Singara.
I think
Oh,
we're
we're
about as
walking.
far as we're as far as we're sailing. Yeah.
Okay,
It's
gotcha.
Unless you're
walking
gonna
time.
take it up into the river for some reason, but that's up to you guys.
I thought about it, but
No, it's fine. Never mind then. So
We're
we
going.
walk. Yeah. We'll carry Kita if we have to. We'll pass around like a little burrito.
As you guys begin your travel for the
A
day,
burrito.
I need somebody to roll a
With
d20
great
for me.
queso.
Roll a what?
A D20. I got this one.
I'm
Thanks,
not
Bill. Lucky
doing.
today.
I'm not doing shit. I don't need to.
It's a 14, Matt.
I don't like that.
No way. No way.
What did you just do?
I can't believe he's in disbelief considering he wrote this table.
I
I'm
brought.
scared.
I'm surprised the 14 came out this early. But
I'm
this is a
both
one of
terrified and
encounter. This is a
excited.
one of encounter. It was replaced the previous 14. As you guys are traveling down the plains, the wind begins to roll through. The bits of clouds begin to give you guys a bit of shade. And then you hear a small jingle of a bell. You turn your heads, all of you, and look to the right. And you see a small caravan being pulled by a massive ox.
What?
I shit you not.
How big is this caravan?
It's pretty big, Aiden.
Wait, hold on.
What do we
It's
see,
just-
Matt? What do we see?
You see a small human woman that is guarding her ox down through the valley. Or guiding,
she's-
sorry.
She's pulling the ox is pulling a caravan.
Yes.
Does she look friendly?
Hard to tell from this distance.
She looks like Bestie.
I thought I knew what this was. Now I don't. No,
I think
no,
I
sir.
know what this is. I
Oh,
think
Fane's not going to
Zach
hesitate.
told us about this.
Fane's not going to hesitate. I don't remember this. I'm going to call out and say, "Hold there."
She looks up from maybe about a mile away. Gives you a wave.
Oh, it's a mile away. Shit. I'll wave her to join us.
From a mile away.
I guess she waved. I'll fly there. Give me a rest.
You guys take a couple minutes and begin to walk your way towards her, and she turns her cart in your direction. Eventually, you meet in the center. Well, I didn't expect to meet any really travelers out here.
I don't think we did either. What is your name? What are you doing here?
My name is Maze. I sell things.
Maze, that's wonderful news, but I'm so confused. How did you... Do you run a business on this island?
We're on an island?
Oh dear. Can I insight check her? Does she look like patently insane?
Go for it.
Maisie.
Yeah, I'd like to. It's Maisie.
Oh, sorry, Maisie.
No, it's fine. It's spelled maze.
It is.
It's 12.
Also, did we get our long rest, please?
You did get a
Oh,
long
no.
rest.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, we did? Thank God.
12 on the insight, Matt.
Get the sense she's an old lady that doesn't really understand where she is, but
I
she has
will-
stuff to sell.
I will look around at everybody and I'll say, I think we've seen stranger things on this island.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Can I
Alright.
pet the ox?
So, Maisie, we have things to trade. Shall we do business?
Trade? You don't have any coin? I don't really want any of your shit.
I think we have coin.
I think we can scrounge some up.
Yes, I think actually we could.
As we're all like Scrooge McDucking in our pockets, like jingle jingling.
Well,
as we
yeah.
walk.
At the mention of finally getting user coin, I will drop our treasure chest on the ground and kind of just like crack it open.
What?
Her eyes just go wide.
Could you link the current contents of that? Because I want to know what my spending limit is.
He said we have about 30 grand.
We
gems,
have-
too.
That was including the gyms, I believe.
That was the gold piece value of the gems, not the numerical value.
Oh.
I got clarification. So we have. Hold on, I'll do some quick calculator math. All told.
Okay. Well, Maisie, please present your wares. We are capable and ready to spend.
So Zach, I will tell you that I took some of my own items and added them to her wares instead of yours.
Nope, I figured. Yeah.
okay.
We have 33,409 gold pieces.
So
I have 10.
I will name off the items that she has, and you guys tell me what you're buying. So you may look up the bag of fragrant herbs.
Go slow enough that we can write these down.
Tell me when you're ready for the next one.
Do you have a Google Doc with all this?
Unfortunately, no.
Okay, I'm gonna type them out real fast.
I have them in my session notes, but I'm not sending you that.
Bag of fragrant herbs.
Yes.
Okay.
Chilling orb,
Chilling orb.
staff of echoing,
Thurmble
thimble of warding,
Thimble of warding.
circus charm, needle of mending,
Mm-hmm.
ointment of dwarf,
Ointment of Dwarf. I love it.
and Book of Remembrance.
Aren't all books of remembrance?
Sure.
Oh shit. Okay, I need a minute to read this.
And you guys
stuff.
can look them up one by one to see what you want to buy.
Okay, I've got two of them.
Can you type all those in chat, Hex, please?
Yes.
The Wondrous Herb is a bag of fragrant herbs that will give you 1 temp HP, but you laugh and giggle uncontrollably while under its effects. So it gets you high. The Circus Charm, which was the next one I caught, is a small green magical bead that can easily fit in your pocket. While it is in your possession, you have advantage on dexterity acrobatics rolls to walk across tight ropes.
Is it the Pipe of Remembrance?
No, the Book of Remembrance.
Oh, that doesn't exist.
It should. Let me look.
Oh, it's the Pipe of Remembrance here.
Did it? Must have auto-corrected something. It's
Let's
supposed
describe.
to say Book of Remembrance.
The chilling orb is a small sphere about 2 inches in diameter and appears to be a simple sphere of occluded ice. Yet the orb of cold never melts. Upon placing it within an average-sized drink, the beverage will be lowered to a crisp and refreshing chilly temperature in a matter of minutes. The orb
Nice.
can cool up to a barrel of liquid to the perfect drinking temperature in just under an hour. These minor magical items are highly sought after by bar and tavern keepers for obvious reasons.
The Ointment of Dwarf, this thick, yellowish liquid, when smeared on a part of the body, will cause hair to sprout overnight. Ointment applied to the face will produce a thick, full beard. The ointment will affect other parts of the body, such as, but not limited to, the head, arms, legs, fingers, small of the back, mouth, earlobe, and the tip of the nose.
I'm willing to invest in that just to know if it works on Akare.
Same. Hairy robot, here for it.
How do you spell
A robot
Thurible, Matt?
beard.
Thurible, Thurible.
Mm-hmm.
Probably one of the only useful items.
Yeah, we saw that the other day,
Yeah, it's probably one of the only.
or
useful
in the other
items.
session, other campaign. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, this stuff is dog shit, dude. I thought I had a different impression. I thought it was Gallius.
I know you did.
I'm gonna ask her how much the book/pipe of remembrance is.
It's the Book of Remembrance, but
Hey man.
you gonna read it out loud for everybody?
Oh sure. This long, delicate wooden book features a bowl that is made from smooth riverstone. When the book is lit, smoke exhaled from it does not dissipate, instead lingering around the bearer. After 10 minutes, the smoke forms moving shapes that reenact the bearer's most impressive and heroic achievements for 5 minutes.
I definitely
When this
copied
realistic
the
performance
wrong
is
item
complete,
down.
the smoke dissipates. The book can't be used in this way again until the next dawn.
Sorry, that's
Oh,
definitely
shit.
the
I
wrong
want
item.
it!
That is definitely the
I
wrong
want it!
item. Hold on.
I don't
Oh,
care
that's
if
not
that
it?
wasn't it. But
Oh, that's
what
not
we're
the right
doing.
item? Ah, shit.
That's not the correct
I really
item.
actually wanted that.
Did someone already read the Staff of Echoing?
No.
No.
Okay, a metal staff designed and built by Fizzle. It combines technology and arcane arts. When you speak into the orb at the end of the staff, the wielder's voice can be clearly heard from up to 300 feet away. Which is kind of cool, not gonna lie.
Is it?
It's like a
Someone's heard G?
loudspeaker. Not a loudspeaker. Good phone. Yeah. Sorry. Can't even think of the freaking right word.
I was like, oh, she's gonna have a +3 Holy Avenger for 30,000 gold. We just hand that to Kothar and walk away with the campaign.
Pretty much.
Unfortunately, Maisie only sells blurst items.
I do remember you telling us about that a long time ago.
Yeah, these are
No.
slightly less cursed and more just kind of. They're less cursed than I would have put in there, which is, I guess, fortunate for us.
Mm-hmm.
Matt is
There's
a
a bit of-
forgiving god.
As a bit of trivia, Maisie is originally one of Zach's creations from the campaign that he ran for me and Liz, which is why they freaked out and I shook my head when this occurred.
So when I didn't know enough and I thought it was Gallius, and I was like, that I hated him so much in the other one, but this one,
No, Maisie 110% makes sense if you know all of her character arc for her to just appear whenever and wherever, including other campaigns.
Can I tell them the thing that you told me, or no?
Which
When I asked about the.
You may look up the Book of Remembrance now.
Oh,
Is it
I will.
Winston?
Does she not have the pipe?
Does not have the pipe.
I will ask her how much the book is. Man, I want that
Probably
pipe.
give
Though.
her some.
That is too horny.
No, you don't want that.
I'll ask her how much the book is.
oh my god, I need one as well.
What is it?
I mean, it can.
It's a
just be
book that
passed
makes a
kind of-
gif of your memory. Okay, I'll read it. This book has been enchanted by a master illusionist. The memory can be stored on a page of this book directly from a creature's mind. When the book is opened to a page that contains the memory plays as a looping video without sound. Parentheses, literally a GIF book.
Hey Matt,
It's GIF.
Kelrick is
Oh,
only like 12
no.
at this
Fuck off.
point, so that's not even a thing.
Oh, is that right?
I'm fucking with you.
It's like your Instagram and
I'll like do the credit card cash meme, slam, take my money. Slam
Take my money!
But the book is 200 gold.
I don't care. 25 of them, please. Kothar, pay the woman.
I only have 5.
Yes, fine.
I think. Well, listen, Maisie.
We only need
Uh,
one.
How many pages are in each book?
A few hundred.
Yeah.
Fane definitely wants his own. But
Only on the basis that we're rich.
yes,
It's a good time to buy things.
I will buy one as well.
Okay.
yeah. I say, Maisie, these are wonderful, but perhaps we could do something about the price.
Now,
Maisie.
plop down a chest full of gold in front of her.
That's true. I did lose my bargaining leverage there.
You Sure
Okay.
did. You showed the whole hand and then some.
Yeah. All right.
You
but
showed her the literal gold mines.
I get to pet your ox whenever I want.
Fine.
Is he for sale?
No.
Okay.
I want to buy the Circus Charm.
Okay. 100 gold pieces.
What? That stupid book was only 20.
It's 200.
200.
Oh. Sure, whatever. And I'll give her 100, and I'll take this stupid little bead and put it in somewhere. And now I have advantage on tightrope walking with my plus 11 acrobatics.
Can the fragrant herbs be stacked? Like if I just took too much of one fragrant herb?
Oh yeah, I wanted those.
Can't overdose from the fragrant herbs, but you only get 1 HP.
Even if I take 2?
If you take 2, it still gives you only 1 HP.
Damn it, Matt. I was
Damn it.
trying to get so high.
Works like
How
normal.
much-
works
how
like
much
normal
does
temp
each-
HP.
I apologize, ma'am. How many uses are in a typical bag of fragrant herbs?
10.
Ooh.
How much are the bags?
They are 25 gold pieces. And I have lots of them.
I would take at least like 4.
DM, quick question. Needle of Mending. I'm assuming it's the wondrous item and not the dagger.
Yes. This is the wondrous item.
How much is she asking for that?
Go ahead and read it aloud first.
This enchanted needle and thread can quickly mend any tear, hole, or ruin in any garment, or any tear or hole in a person, assuming they can stay still long enough for the needle to function.
Ah, the needle. It's very rare. 50 gold pieces.
Sure.
50?
Yeah.
50. Very rare.
Okay, so
Fane
five,
will-
He's got
we're
the
five,
best
we're
prices in town.
550 sold, by the way.
Mhm.
Oh, I have been subtracting from my own money. that
How
I've
many-
already picked up.
How
Oh,
many
things that are
of-
just party fun. Sorry.
How many of the herbs does she have? Because, like, potentially I'll
She has
take.
10 bags.
I'll take them.
All 10? Okay.
Yeah.
250.
I'm gonna regret that later.
Yeah.
The implications of the Book of Remembrance. Fane will start laughing maniacally, and then he'll go, Kothar, do you want to see something?
I mean, yeah, always.
It's a little inappropriate. Do you have a strong stomach for that sort of thing?
I think I do. Yep.
And I will touch the book to like Fane's most I don't know how to put this sexually adventurous thing, and it's literally just like a whole entire room, and it's like
It's
like
an
a big
orgy.
ass room with a giant, not an orgy. They're all here for Fane. It's just one man and like 8 women on a bed, like a very
There are purple
very.
tiefling
There's
there.
probably a few men in there too.
I like to think there were a couple of those, and maybe I'll do a couple pictures of those. But this one in particular,
Okay.
however many, this is one of Fane's conquests, and I'll say, look at that.
I mean, yeah, that's a short memory, but yeah, it's nice.
It's just the intro. It's not the whole thing.
Okay, yeah. Listen, I'm not here to judge. You know. Just-
Oh, he got that. I will show you firsthand, and you will understand how long the blade can swing.
Oh my
How
God.
much is the staff of
Zach,
equity?
you
Everybody, see you later.
Zach, you gotta give me a fucking warning when you're gonna say shit like that.
The staff of echoing.
Never.
The staff of echoing is a one of a kind. Is 1,000 gold pieces.
He's trying to get us when we're flush. Don't fall for it.
No, this is just how the pricing works. I'm sorry.
And I had these ideas that I could like use it to throw our voices somewhere else.
You
And
can't
what?
throw your voices with this staff. I'll tell you that. It just magnifies your voice.
You know what, Lacey? I think we might find a use for that. You know what? We'll take the staff.
I can make some. Won't believe that.
I appreciate your shot.
Next time
And
we
she-
go kicking doors down the middle of a town, we won't have to yell quite so loud now if we want to destroy
We
it.
can whisper and we'll be fine.
She goes, I have these too, and she sets down a trunk of small little
Yes.
sticks that are kind of fluorescent. She takes one, picks
Glow
up,
sticks.
cracks it, and it's indeed a glow stick.
Oh my
Like actual glow sticks.
Like an actual glow stick.
So we're about to
Like
get
in real life, like from the dollar store.
More magical in nature for D&D flavor, but yes.
I'll take
So we're
them
about
off.
to get high and have glow sticks. So we're about to have a legit D&D rave.
Yes.
There are
My.
10 gold pieces a piece. I have 100 of them.
We'll take him.
No, hold on. I don't know if you know how math works, but that is 10,000 gold pieces, Kothar.
No.
10 for
What is
100?
that?
It's 100 gold pieces, or 1,000 gold pieces. Sorry.
Oh, it's 10 gold a piece in the
Do you have any
round.
idea how easily we can Hansel and Gretel our way back through a dungeon? Or some other esoteric shit? That's super useful.
Maisie, we've just met, but it feels like we're the best of friends. Thank you so much.
We have 10 bags of weed and 1,000 glow sticks. What could possibly
The glow sticks are in my inventory. Those are mine, thank you.
Hey, I bought them.
But as we're stoned and raving, I'm
Nobody-
gonna be yelling on my staff of echoing random
Bane.
things.
Fane, you look like a... Or sorry, she doesn't know your name, Devin. Introduce yourself. She points to you, Fane. You look like you enjoy a cold drink. You don't want one of these? And she like holds up the chilling orb.
Maisie, my friends are very excited, and I don't want to temper that, but the book is good for me. Thank you.
How much is the orb?
It's 500 gold pieces.
Sold.
Ah,
What the fuck?
those are party funds.
No, it's my gold. I just subtracted it.
Do we know?
No,
do we know-
I've been keeping track of all of that we're spending.
I know.
Because I have.
No, I know.
Because
I know that I started at 750.10, so or
you guys have bought everything except the
7,510.
one useful item.
What was the
What do you
one
mean?
useful?
They're all useful.
What didn't we buy?
Thurimbol of Warding.
I didn't get to see that one.
It's
Oh,
the
that
one
is
from
the protected from
Monday
divination.
Text from divination. Fane has things he needs to pay for, so the book was a stretch, but so he's good on the
Good.
book.
How much is the incense? Bucket.
The Thurimbol of Warding.
Incense.
Yes.
It is 1,000 gold pieces.
Sold.
Oh Jesus Christ!
And if you guys don't want it to be part of the party funds, I'll spend my own money because I have 5,760 left. So.
Oh, I've still just been deducting it from the total.
No, I know.
we-
And I'll tell you what the difference is if we decide that it's not party funds. We'll talk about it later.
Can we? What was the total amount of gold pieces that each person has?
So we started with 30,000.
Mhm.
So divided by 6, so everyone would have had, or 5, so everyone would have had 6,000. Give or
I'm
take.
going to mark and track mine individually, just because Fane has a specific expenses.
Okay, so just add 6,000 to yours, and I took 6,000 off the top.
I'm going to subtract the 200 from mine for the book, and I'll whatever my share of the joint things is. Just let me know. except for the Thurimbol and the 1,000 gold sticks, I want no part of that.
You're good. You're good.
Oh,
Well,
I
you
much
guys basically
appreciate,
cleaned me out.
I much appreciate you popping by.
Well,
Where are you off to?
where the road takes me
There's no road.
is in my mind.
She's on one of them bags of weed.
Yep. She's smoking the supply.
10 out of 10 voice, Matt.
I think that's a second voice.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I thank you. I hope we'll cross paths again. I mean, the island's kind of small, so like maybe, but
Let me find some more knickknacks. We'll meet again. She throws the reins of her ox and begins trotting away.
I love you, Maisie.
Thank you, Maisie.
And with that, we're going to end tonight's session.
Ugh.
Ooh.
Didn't even make it to Singara. Spent too long RPing.
it's fine.
See,
Oh,
Zach,
we
I told
got-
you I had some gold dumps coming up.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
I just didn't
Believe.
expect you guys to roll it that early.
There's no way. That's so wild.
I mean, I only spent 1,750 gold, so like that was not a gold dump.
I'll let you guys know. I think I jacked up our entire party funds because y'all were like, "Oh no, I want to take mine," and then like I'll do whatever I do with mine. So we're probably like the total amount of gold plus or minus like 1,000 is missing. I probably fucked it
10
up.
It's
gold,
close
so
enough.
don't you worry about me.
It's close
That's like,
enough.
whatever. Just throw the ones off the balcony.
Yeah, it was easy when I was tracking it myself, and then Aiden was throwing money back into the pot and out of the pot, and it's fine. It's fine.
Matt, I need to know what the glow sticks are. Right this instant, please.
They're just glow sticks.
Just regular glow sticks.
Yeah, you can just add
Mhm.
a custom item that however many each of you have. But you guys have 100 of them.
I'm so happy.
We're gonna throw a raise.
Each one is a one-time use and lasts 5 minutes.
I'm so happy.
Yeah,
All-
that's
We have
literally
to
like
find a hot tub.
that's literally like a coin of delving, but better. 'Cause
I'll
it's a
make
fucking glow stick.
I'll make a glow stick. Don't worry.
I'll add it
What?
to D&D Beyond just to make it easy, but
Oh, he's talking about the item.
I thought he was making a salad joke.
I am tracking, so maybe we can work offline to sort out what the gold situation is. I'm gonna track my It's that fucked.
No, I just took 6,000 out of whatever we had. It's fine. We'll talk about it offline.
Yeah. All right.
What even is money?
So, thanks for
To
joining
Akari,
us.
it's fucking nothing. I assume I had like Fane count out my money or something.
Sure.
I guess I can count, so
Yeah,
I know what a gold piece is.
you're smart enough. You're not Cress.
Yeah.
Big monkey.
But thanks for joining us
Little
tonight,
monkey.
guys. Fun session, short session. Same situation for us last night. We got a bonus session with these guys on Sunday, so it kind of evens out here. But
Next
thanks.
week you can't cheapskate on us.
Hey, I didn't
No holding
cheapskate
out.
you. I gave you extra time.
Next
feel
week, whack
cheated.
whack.
Next
I
week,
feel
the
cheated
likewise.
anyway.
next week we'll get into some even deeper shit. Whenever you guys get back to Singara and find out whatever has to do with this tree. With
Oh, for
Kidai.
crying out loud.
But
No, Matt, I'm scared.
Cannot possibly go deeper.
Well, that's what she said.
Oh my.
you guys
I
have a good
Finish
night.
off fast, Matt.
You take
We're
a
out of
nap.
here.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Never killed it.